Anointed warriors. What's up, spiritual family? And welcome back to Mount Fitness MBS Ministry, where I am your host, Brother Minister Mongoose. Not only am I a minister, guys, I'm also a philosopher, a spiritual coach, a young adult and youth mentor, counselor, a motivational speaker as well, guys. And for the sake of the services that are provided by this ministry, it's important that you know that I'm also an all-natural professional bodybuilder. I'm promoting a holistic path to health and wellness. This holistic path consists of all of the services that I just mentioned, and they're all merged, balanced, and synthesized and presented to you in an effort to help you operate at a premium in your mentality, your physicality, and in your spirituality as you continue to run the race that He has set before you. So it's a different kind of ministry, and I am a different kind of minister. Before I was delivered by Him into all of the things that I just mentioned, I first was a ex-con, ex-drug abuser. I was born into poverty. I have essentially a 6th grade education. I did go to the 6th grade for a couple of weeks, but that's it. I have a 6th grade formal education. I've had various stints of incarceration between the ages of 11 through 34. 3 separate sentences in the Juvenile Department of Corrections from the age of 11 up through 17, followed by 4 separate sentences in the Adult Department of Corrections from the age of 17 to 34. I was obese, homeless. I've committed almost every violent crime that you could think of, except those that are sex-related offenses and the crime of murder. Besides those, it's probably a 100% chance that I've committed that crime. I've experienced domestic violence, domestic abuse. Now, I say that to glorify Him. I say that so that I can receive the victory that He has promised me and you, all of us who carry the light, because He promised that we will receive victory over the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of our testimony. So those are the reasons, in addition to the reason as to why I mentioned that, is to cause you to reflect on your own testimony. All the times that He's delivered you when you realize that had it not been for Him, you would not have made it through. So that's what this ministry is about, man. It's about motivational speaking. It's about youth and young adult mentoring and counseling, providing spiritual coaching, experiential philosophy, and good old-fashioned ministering. All of the services, the philosophical consultative services, the physical fitness training services, and the clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices, they're all under the umbrella of this holistic ministry. And they're all put forth to honor God, to walk in the victory that He has appointed me, to encourage you to walk in the victory that He has appointed you, and to inspire you and to motivate you and to help you in any way that He would have me be found fit to do so. Now we're going into a new year, guys. It's going to be a new year here in just a couple hours. Depending on where you are, it may already be New Year's, depending on what side of the globe that you're on. But it's important that you know that going into this new year, guys, You have to make peace with the fact that you were born to rock the boat. You're born to rock the boat. You're not born to fit in. You're born to fit out. He didn't create you to stand amongst the crowd. He created you to stand out in the crowd. That's just the way that is. Let this be a year that you make peace with that. Let this be the year that once and for all, you make peace with who you are and the effect that you have on people and environments. A lot of you guys out there, you're going through this phase, and all of us has gone through it, including myself, where the overwhelming majority of our problems, our issues, our stagnations, a lot of it is born purely out of the fact that we're fighting against who we are. We're fighting against the fact that we just naturally rock the boat. No one wants to rock the boat. Everybody wants to fit in and have friends and be accepted. But that's not his destiny for you. That's not his plans, his fate for you. So even though you don't want to rock the boat, you do. The sooner you can come to terms with that, the sooner you can get on. You can just get on with it. The struggling, the resistance, the heartaches and hardships that are oftentimes self-inflicted, just as a pure result that, again, no one wants to rock the boat. But you rock the boat, and you don't try to rock the boat. You're not walking in arrogance or ego. You're not walking around trying to put people down and all these different things. Your mere presence, the energy that he has within you, it rocks the boat. You make people feel uneasy. You make people feel uncomfortable. You make people second guess themselves. You irritate people. You agitate people. And yes, there are some people that you inspire, that you encourage, and that you motivate. But these people in these times are few and far in between when it comes to the people that are put off by you. And the more and more you try to run away from this, the more and more you're going to have to continue to circle that mountain until you decide that you're just going to trust him, embrace who you are, and get on with it. You're never going to be at peace until you come full circle with who you are. Let this be the year for it. Some of you guys have, your knees are worn down to the gristles because you've just been on your knees so fervently, so continually, so constantly in prayer. Some of you guys have fasted until you are essentially as thin as my pinky finger. You've meditated and done all of these things. Your research and your commitment to study is impeccable and unyielding. You've grown, you've evolved, you've changed from the old ways, the ways that he opened your eyes to realize were wrong and sinful, as we would call it. Some of you guys have switched jobs. Some of you guys have relocated. You've started and ended relationships. Still looking, still searching. You've ignored You've walked in places and situations and just put the blinders on and just blotted out all of the fiery darts that are sent your way just as a result of you walking in and that God energy within you rocking the boat. You've ignored it. You've tried so hard to force fit your way in. You've done every single thing that you can do to try to make sense of it all, to not rock the boat. Now it's the time for you to just let it all go. Let this be the year that you let it all go and just accept who you are in Him and who He made you to be. Only then will you find peace, and only then will you get to that new level where the universe and this thing that we call God or infinite intelligence, then it lines up with you. You know, then you find yourself in the right place at the right time. You find that people that no longer are a part of your journey, they walk out of your life. Different situations and circumstances change where you walk out of their lives. It just happens naturally, organically. The moment you decide that you're just going to let it go and trust the process. I love the part in the Matrix movie where Morpheus is telling Neo that, you know what, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. All the prayer, all the commitment to self-development and evolution, the meditation, you know, the changing jobs, moving to different locations, all these things were done out of a knowing, you knowing that you were rocking the boat, you knowing that there's something unique, something anomalous about you, something rare about you. So you've always, so far as it relating to you being awakened to these truths, for some of those guys, it started when you were 5 or 6. For some of those guys, it started 5 or 10 years ago, whatever the case may be. When you began to awaken, when your awakening was made, was descended or sent down upon you, you've always known that you were different. And this is why you went through that season of ignoring and walking away from and praying and meditating and fasting and doing all these things to try to make sense of it all. It's because you've always known that you were different and that you're on a different path. But now comes a season where you go from knowing the path and walking the path. You don't stop praying. You don't stop fasting. You don't stop your research, your study. You don't stop any of those things. But you simply stop relying on those things to give you the comfort, to give you the little edge that you feel like you may need in order to push forward. The ultimate edge comes through Him when He sees that you have said, okay, hold on a second. Enough's enough. This is who I am. This is who He made me to be. I'm not bothering anybody. You know, you're walking in integrity. You're walking in modesty. You're walking in faith. You're walking in kindness, respect. You know that you're doing all those things. Now it's time for you to just do those things and get on with it. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop being, overly sensitive to the way you make people feel. Hey, it's unfortunate that they feel that way. But all you know is you just walked in the room. You have love in your heart. You have compassion and all these different things. So you have to just let it all go. Let this be the year that you let it all go and you transcend and evolve from just simply knowing the path, and you really walk the path of who you are, and you begin to realize that once you accept who you are, the way you make people feel, when you accept that, you know what, just your mere presence, you rock the boat. You make people uncomfortable, uneasy. Once you just let all of that go and accept it, you'll soon realize that all of the things that was so easily besetting you, the things that even though they were directed your way, you amplified those things. You extrapolated those things as a result of you fighting against those things, trying to figure those things out, trying to avoid those things. And you know, there's an old saying that says, you know, what is in the way becomes the way. That is the way. So the hatred, the weird looks that you get, the prejudged attitude, notions, the evil eye, the aggression, the disrespect, jealousy, all of these things, you begin to notice that they become non-consequential. They don't matter. They don't influence you. They literally become water off of a duck's back. They all fall to the wayside when you accept that you've been born to rock the boat. Nothing you can do can ever change that. You're never going to fit in. People are never going to be comfortable around you. And you could be fake and phony and submissive and docile and cater to everyone else, and you can give all your energy and all those things away trying to fit in. Those people will continue to just use those things, but they'll always feel about you the way that they feel about you. And there'll always be that underlying jealousy, hatred, disrespect. Or they might put it to the side. They may go into covert mode because you're dumbing down for them. You're being docile. You're catering to their every whim. But ultimately, in the back of their minds, you rock the boat. They don't like you, and they don't feel comfortable around you. So you can give all of your energy away. You can give all of your love away. Love that you should be giving to yourself and others that are worthy of it. People that you do inspire. People that you do motivate. People that do see your value. You should be saving that love and that compassion and that wisdom and those things for them. Well, you can give it all away to the clowns if you want. But there's nothing that you can ever do to change the fact that you rock their boat. You rock the boat of any and everything that doesn't line up with what we consider to be God, the higher power. So anybody that's feeding off of darkness, anybody that's manipulative, anybody that's disingenuous, anybody that's narcissistic, fake, all of these people, and unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you want to look at it, this is the majority of people that's on the planet. So they're always going to feel that way about you. There's nothing you can do about it. Make peace with yourself. Make peace with who He made you to be. And walk in the room, wherever that room is, workplace, Saks Fifth Avenue, the hollow corridors of Walmart, it doesn't matter. Your own living arrangements. Walk into that place, humble and compassionate, with your chest up, your shoulders back, and confident, bold in faith. Bold and unapologetically you. And if they don't get it, then it wasn't meant for them to get it. The people that are meant for you when you're walking in your God-given authenticity, the people that are meant for you, they'll all of a sudden show up. The doors that are open in your life the time has come for them to close, they'll close. You don't have to fight against anything. You don't have to rail against anything. You don't have to go in search of anything and work your fingers to the bone. You just have to put good, honest, hard work in terms of you trusting in Him and realizing who you are in Him. So as I close this up, I'll give another encouragement, man, and that's, for you guys to make peace with yourself. Make peace with the fact that, you know what, most people are just going to be rubbed the wrong way by your presence. And faking a smile, and shucking and dancing, and shucking and jiving, and scratching when you don't have an itch, and dumbing down, and kissing up, and validating narcissistic behavior and all these different things. You can do that till the cows come home. You're still going to rock the boat. And they're never going to accept you. Now, if you'd like some assistance on how you can achieve this, some specific steps based on your own personal beliefs, your challenges, what it is that you're hoping and praying for, reach out to this ministry. But that's also one of the reasons why I do give my testimony. Because whatever you're going through in life, there's probably 100% chance that I've gone through it. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I am unapologetically tooting His. Because I know He didn't bring me through all of that just for me to just sit here. He brought me through all of that so that I could help you and those like you. And so that those like you can help me by providing me with love and inspiration and wisdom that you've gained in your own journey, and by providing me with the opportunity to fulfill the purpose that He would have me fulfill on this planet and perhaps in your life personally. Because no matter what it is, again, there's probably 100% chance, that I've been there. I've been there, I understand, and I can help through Him. So reach out to this ministry. All of the services that are provided by this ministry can and are provided to you online, Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, all those good things. And I also travel throughout the entire United States. So if you're interested in the possibility of recruiting me to come to your city, your state, your neighborhood, if you're interested in scheduling yourself for your initial consultation and evaluation in any area of the services that are provided by this ministry, the motivational speaking, the physical fitness training, the good old-fashioned experiential philosophy, the clean-hearted spiritual teachings and practices, the youth and young adult mentoring and counseling, any of the services that are provided by this ministry, they can be provided to you online. And again, I recommend, not everyone is interested in all of these different services, whether it's services for the mind. Some people just want to know how they can concentrate better, how they can use their mental creative faculties better, etc. And that's all they're interested in. Some people are interested in the prayer life, the life of worship to this thing that we call God. That's all they're interested in. Some people are just interested in physical fitness training. Some just in motivational speaking. Whatever your case may be. I personally recommend doing something every single day that acknowledges, that strengthens, nourishes, and revitalizes your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because He gave us all of these things because He wanted us to have them. We're not just a mind, we're not just a body, and we're not just a spirit. So whatever your case may be, I'm going to leave a link down in the description for the for the email address. Reach out to me and schedule your initial consultation and evaluation in any or all of those areas. Also, please visit the physical fitness branch of the ministry located at mountfitnessmbs.com to get a little bit of idea and perspective and insight into my experience and my expertise when it comes to physical fitness training, diet, nutrition, all of that good stuff. If this ministry, guys, is providing you with benefit, please keep in mind that this ministry is supported and funded by viewers like you. To support this ministry, please subscribe to the channel if you aren't already subscribed. Hit the thumbs up button and the share button. This way you help grow this ministry by way of the YouTube algorithm, and you help this ministry become available to help even more people. So if it's helpful to you, then please give back and help this ministry so that this ministry can help even more people. If you'd like to receive a notification when I upload a new message, please hit the bell icon. And that's what I got for you guys. Now, if you'd like to make a monetary donation to this ministry, if you'd like to help fund this ministry, to help this ministry be able to spend even more time in study, research, observation, implementations, all of the different things that this ministry does before I present any information to you. There's research, there's cross-referencing the research, researching the researcher. Again, there's prayer, there's meditation, there's observation, implementation of all these things. Your financial donation allows me to spend more time doing those things so that when I present you guys with any type of subject matter, it's well vetted and it's passed all of the smell tests, if you like. So to make a monetary donation, please go to the Cash App. I'll leave that down in the link. And please remember that no amount is too small. As we all know, it does literally take pennies in order to amount to a single dollar. So keep those things in mind. I love you all, and I encourage you guys, as always, to live a life that embodies from your center to your circumference, one that really embodies faith over fear, truth over tradition, love over lust, and people over profits. That's what I got for you guys. I love you all. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I am Brother Minister Mongoose, and I will holler back. Peace.